Hey gang, Sarah here. I'm here to set up week 21 with you all. I am just kind of getting into it here. A little bit of a short video this week. Definitely was not feeling very motivated, and I am using last week's spread because last week I used this week's spread. So if you watched last week, you saw. So a little bit of context for right now. I'm just marking off everything I did, and I am putting in all my new to-dos. So context: last week, traveling. I'm home, I think, for a couple weeks. I definitely need to get the household back together with the routines when I am not here, because teenagers are much more difficult than the children. The smaller ones. So anyway, that was a little bit of a frustrating thing to come home to, but the house was a mess. So anyway, I definitely need to get that worked, like some kind of a checklist or expectation or something, teenager style. But anyway, I was just checking out my project list to inspire any to-dos that are in the nooks and crannies of my brain. And I am breaking up the day here into different segments. I don't know, this just helps me with transitions. And so if you notice, I have obviously a later transition during the week, and I ran out of my whiteout tape because I sleep later. However, I get up at 5 o'clock, really. I don't know why. But anyway, so I'm just updating the dates on there because I messed up the weeks last week. But oh well, it is what it is. I am kind of going in and putting my schedule in. I do have a pretty busy week. I would say I have half day meetings, half day not meetings for the most part. And I do have some things I have to get accomplished earlier in the week. So any free time I have, I know I'm going to focus on working on that. Then I have some trainings that I got to do. They're half days at the end of the week, which I'm looking forward to that one. And then I was just putting in some of my YouTube stuff and my Patreon stuff. Got yoga with my friends this week. And I'm just kind of putting in some of my morning time. So with the morning, I'm just holding myself to very low expectations. But to be honest, that's when I get all of my Plan the Grind stuff done. Because it's just quiet, and also, I don't know, it's just the time I have to do it. So, and I like doing it, so it's kind of nice to wake up and have coffee and work on something I enjoy. So, anywho, I'm putting in my week, and so just checking out my stuff with the whole routine thing. Like I was saying, I have a project that's coming due, so I do need to kind of start getting in there and validating the work that's done. Because I needs to be done, not holes missing. It needs to have a high quality output. So anywho, I am going to spend a lot of time this week going through a lot of documentation. So, but that's, completely worthwhile. And then I'm just going in and putting in some of the stuff that, my future planning things that I have to remind myself to do during the week. Just kind of while I'm in thinking through all of this mode, I'm going to put in some of the things I need to focus on each of the days. And on the daily pages, I just break up my to-do, and then kind of anything that comes in, I put it in the bottom of the page there. What else? What else do I got going on? Again, not traveling, so I do plan on keeping that step count up. I've been doing really well with that. It's really a busy week when I was traveling, so it was kind of easy to get my step count up. And there I just put in my available hours. So I do like to track the available hours to just to kind of set expectations again for what I can accomplish each day. And then here, again, same thing I do every week, but I tell you, I love this so much. This thing is so helpful to me. I just am copying and pasting from the bottom, from last week's table, and I'm updating it to week 21. And then I just go in and update and change the dates on each of them. What am I doing here? Why are you hanging out, Sarah? Move faster. Actually, I do know what I was doing. I was changing the link name because I didn't like how long the link name was. So that's what I was doing because it was irritating me. I don't know. I just like to be able to see it when I look at my phone. So again, this stuff, I like the OneNote because I am able to see how short that link's name now is. So anyway, so I do really, again, like this because I reference this a lot on my phone, especially when I'm traveling, because I might have different sites I go to, and then I will go to, so here's actually where I'm editing the link. I don't know what I'm doing. I went and got the link to my meetings folder, because we have a business review and I just keep all the slide decks in one folder. So they're there when I get them. That's kind of how the reference part of my system. And then that tracker for that documentation I was going to review, I just changed updated the link name for that. And then back to what I was talking about. So I really like this because, believe it or not, I look at this so much when I'm traveling and I'm at different sites. I kind of review it before I go into a site just to have some context, kind of things we've been talking about. And it's really helpful to me to just stay on top of things, frankly, because it's on the fly. I don't need to worry about bringing up the computer. It's just on my phone. I can review while I'm having my coffee in the morning at the hotel. OneNote for the win. It's not even so much OneNote. It's really just the fact that I have this all kind of stacked together and linked together. And then I was putting in my trainings folder because I have some documentation from the training. And here I'm just indexing my weeks on my OneNote so they can just reference each other. Just one running list of every week of the year, so I can just kind of go back and reflect. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a great week.